What up, WWE fans? This is WWE 2K15, and we are in the creation suite, and I am designing my first CAW. CAW means create a wrestler, for those of you that are new to the series. And right here I'm designing, you know, the full layout of my new character. And if you guys remember on YouTube in WWE 13, I had a man by the name of Blade Brown. Well, this is Shane Brown. Seems like it goes better with Shake Brown. As you saw right there, I was trying to import my real face into the game, but I don't think I took that picture in enough lighting. But you can reduce the opacity and change the color and kind of map it a little better. But I personally, I haven't had that much success importing my face into the game. I've actually tried it a couple of times, and I really just think they need to evolve into maybe using that face scan that NBA 2K15 is using. And since they're both, you know, rather the same company or under the same company, I think they can do that. I think they can manage bringing in a face scan for the WWE games in the future. Right here, you already saw me putting my logos on my car, but right here you get a chance to see all of my logos. I imported them, and the game just gives you a code. You type that code in at the website, and then you can just import your logos. It doesn't matter what logos you put. You have to be mindful of the logos that are, you know, that are inappropriate, because I'm sure that they'll just take those down, especially if somebody reports you. Right here, I'm kind of going through my move list, and what I decide to do every year is I always just pick a wrestler that I really like. I really like the move sets from CM Punk, and what I do then is I just change, you know, various little moves here and there. If I don't like a certain move, I'll just go in and change it later. But my base is going to be CM Punk. And when you're in the MyCareer mode, it's going to cost a lot of VC to do that. It'll cost you a lot of VC. I think it's like somewhere between 12 and 15,000 VC to get training from CM Punk to be able to use all of his moves. And there's certain levels that you have to evolve to, or certain levels that you have to attain before you can, you know, come out and be those kind of characters. So here's a quick look at my entrance, or at least the entrance they tried to start me off with. I'm like, nah, that's not a good entrance for me. I don't care about being on a cell phone. And I think that's a little bit of an arrogant entrance. And I always, after I create a character, I take him into a real match, and I see how he looks, see how the entrance looks, and I see if he's too tall or too wide or too short. But here's Shane Brown in his first match, his first exhibition match against Randy Orton. I thought that entrance was pretty cool, but as you can see, I don't know, I wasn't too happy with the size of my character. I tried to make him 6'4", but there's like 5 or 6 levels of 6'4", and that makes him a little too tall, so I had to tone it down. And as you can see, I'm using Randy Orton's RKO from out of nowhere. But in the case of WWE 2K15, I was also disappointed in the hair selection. Just like I was in NBA 2K15, it really wasn't a lot, especially if you're a black wrestler or black player. You know, they just don't have a lot of hairstyles, and that's pretty strange, you know, especially coming from NBA 2K, the fact that they didn't have that many black hairstyles, you know, lineups, you know, regular fades, things like that. In this game, they only have dreads, and then they have, I think, an afro, and then everything else is really generic. You can just be bald-headed. They don't have a fade. They don't have a proper, like a mohawk fade. They don't have, there's a tremendous list of black hairstyles that they're just missing in this game. I wish they would have had more. In fact, even the dreads, I couldn't extend the length of them, or I couldn't make them shorter. It wasn't enough variety in that category, and I felt like, you know, I'm gonna be stuck with one of maybe 2 different styles. It's either I go bald-headed, get some dreads, or get an afro. And I think they really need to import more hairstyles, more diversity, within these character models. And this match was actually before I started importing my logo, my logos onto my body, like as a tattoo. So you'll notice that I don't have that on my arm. But when I start the next video for my actual MyCareer footage, you'll see that I've kind of completed my character. And I got him to the right size, at least the right height that I wanted him to be at. Right here, you're going to see me importing my new logos. And I think it's only right that I give a huge shout out to TEC-Chaos at Taste of Chaos on Twitter. I'm going to leave his information in the description. And definitely check him out. He's the guy that made my logos. And if you want a logo made, if you think you want a new logo for yourself in the game, he's really good at doing those sorts of things. And right here, I'm going to finish up on my created character. I hope you guys like the designs. I'm probably going to change a few things once we start my MyCareer. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll holla at you dudes later.